The Rotary Club of Dominica is hosting its 22nd VOSH mission across the country. The mission will be held from Monday, January 18 to Thursday, January 21, 2016. VOSH, which stands for Volunteer Optometry Services for Humanity, is a non-governmental, non-sectarian, apolitical organization which is dedicated to the provision of eye and vision care services for those who are below the poverty level and without access to local eye care. The Rotary Club's VOSH team will provide eye and vision care services this week at health centers in Portsmouth, Marigot, St. Joseph, Grand Bay, and in Roseau at the Goodwill Parish Hall. The VOSH mission will be under the management of Dr. Dan Rubel. Persons requiring eye and vision care should proceed to the Portsmouth Health Center on Monday, January 18 from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., in Wesley on Tuesday, January 19 from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., at the Grand Bay and St. Joseph Health Centers on Wednesday, January 20 from 8 a.m. to noon, and at the Goodwill Parish Hall on Thursday, January 21st from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. In other stories, police report has confirmed the death of a female who resided in Calibishi. Pelham John Baptist has the details.
Lifeless body of Rose Wyatt, female, 51 years old, of Brazil, who lived at Calibishi in the Commonwealth of Dominica and who was the owner of Sunrise Gardens, was discovered about 6 p.m. on Sunday, the 17th of January 2016. The body was found lying in a footpath which leads to Hodges Beach in an area between Calibishi and Woodford Hill. The scene was secured and processed by the crime scenes team of the Criminal Investigations Department.
She was pronounced dead by a medical doctor and a coroner's inquest will be convened. The police department considers her death a suspected homicide and is appealing to anyone with information which can assist in the investigation to contact the Criminal Investigations Department at 767-266-5164, 266-5165, or 266-5199, or Crime Stoppers Dominica at 1-800-8477. Sergeant John Baptist also extended deepest condolences to the family and friends of Rose Wyatt. Chairman of the Dominica Festivals Committee, Colin Piper, says this year's carnival, celebrated under the theme, The Spirit of the Real Mass, is very special, being the first of 3 entertainment events hosted annually by the government since the passage of Tropical Storm Erica.
The theme for this year's carnival is also very significant, the spirit of the real mass, as it is calling all to revel in a special way. For some it will be the t-shirt bands on Monday or the color and splendor of the bands on Tuesday. For others it will be the tradition in their sensei. For some it will be Juve, yet for others pageantry, and for others bouillon and calypso music. Some will choose to reflect the spirit of carnival past, and yet others the spirit of carnival to come. However you choose to participate, that is exactly what we want you to do. We want you to participate, to join in the festivities and to be active.
Piper is urging all citizens, whether in a band or simply on the sidelines as onlookers, to capture as many pictures as they possibly can and post them on social media sites so the world will know that Dominica's culture is alive. According to Piper, we all need to encourage our friends to visit and show them a good time for Carnival so they, in turn, can invite their friends to visit. The Dominica Festivals Committee chairman is also appealing for an incident-free and peaceful Carnival. Also in the news, After much anticipation and promotion, patrons of Showdown Mass Camp were entertained by the first overseas act to be presented at the Calypso tent. In an effort to revamp the event, artist Kevin Little out of St. Vincent was brought on board in the first of a series of special presentations organized by Mass Camp. Little performed popular favorites like Tempted to Touch and Turn Me On. During his performance, Little took a moment to express his admiration for the people of Dominica.
I've never been here before, and I must say, I'm really impressed, and I'm super honored.
Little urged aspiring Dominican musicians not to give up on their dreams just because they are from a small island, and said that they should not be intimidated by artists from islands such as Jamaica. The next Showdown Mass Camp will be held on Thursday. Public Relations Officer of Dawasco, Edward Regis, is calling on the public to conserve water during this dry season, which began in December of last year. Regis said it is important that this advice is taken seriously, as this dry season is expected to be drier than that of previous times throughout the Eastern Caribbean.
That is basically impacted by a condition known as El Nino, which occurs every few years. Although water scarcity is not really a major issue for us in Dominica at this point in time, Dominica, like other Caribbean countries, will be experiencing some hotter, drier weather throughout the dry season, and so we continue to urge all Dominicans to practice water conservation techniques.
Regis said the public should also store water while ensuring they do not waste any water. According to the Public Relations Officer, we should also refrain from polluting our fresh water supply. The dry season will officially end in May of this year. Also in the headlines, although many events were cancelled in 2015 due to the passage of Tropical Storm Erica, the government of Dominica stands resolute in supporting Carnival and all other cultural events on the island. Minister for Tourism Robert Tong reaffirmed the government's support at the official opening ceremony of Mass Dominic 2016 last weekend, and stated that the government did not reduce the budget for this year's Carnival celebrations.
The government of Dominica continues to be resolute and committed to supporting the Carnival event and many other cultural events. While in many other large countries they've been cutting on expenses, the government of Dominica saw it fit to not reduce the amount of money they commit towards the hosting of this event.
The Minister of Tourism encouraged all Dominicans to work together to make Carnival a success by creating groups, by joining bands and attending the shows. Speaking at the opening of Carnival on Saturday on behalf of Honorable Justina Charles, who is Minister for Culture, Youth and Sports, Honorable Ian Douglas encouraged Dominicans to embrace the cultural aspects of Carnival. He pointed to the rich and vibrant history of Dominica and how Carnival is a chance to highlight it.
Our history coming all the way back from the emancipation of slavery. Carnival is a part of our culture. Carnival is a part of our heritage. Carnival embodies and exemplifies who we are as a people, a West Indian people.
Douglas was sure to commend all the communities that make a decided effort to keep the culture alive by participating in the Carnival activities. Groups such as the Siniku Costume Band, the Sensei from St. Joseph, the Koliho Band Move, and the Dakis from Good Hope, whose parliamentary representative, Honorable Johnson Drago, enthusiastically joined in their Lapo Kabwit, were all singled out for their participation. Douglas also commended the businesses in the private sector who have come forward as headline sponsors for investing in the Carnival culture and, by extension, the culture of Dominica. During her vote of thanks at the opening of Carnival on Saturday, Kathleen Coffey John Jules, Product Promotions Manager at Discover Dominica Authority, made a plea to Dominicans to continue showing their support for Carnival by participating in the host of activities that are scheduled for the season. John Jules noted that Carnival belongs to all Dominicans.
Let's all continue to support Carnival 2016 in all the various activities which will follow from this evening. Let's all rally together and make a contribution to our Carnival. It's our Carnival. So do have...
John Jules said that the government of Dominica and sponsoring partners have invested in the activities, and she encouraged Dominicans to show up in large numbers to make Carnival 2016 a success.
Welcome to today's Sport Report with me, Alian Christopher. First up this evening, the Maho Soccer Strikers maintained their unbeaten run in the DFA Division 1 League, while Harlem United hammered Fonkole United 5-1. Gerald George has this weekend's report from the Division 1 League.
Maho Soccer Strikers maintained their unbeaten run in Group 1 with a 3-1 victory over MV Maxalo Bombers at the Benjamin Park. Kenny, George, Brad John Baptist and Geron Sebastian scored for Soccer Strikers, with Chandler Richards scoring for Bombers. In a doubleheader at the Newtown Playing Field, All Saints Football Club and ACS Tarish United played to a 3-3 draw in the first match. Donnell Edwards, RJ Olumide and Marcel Lewis scored for All Saints, while Delroy Parker, Hubert Prince and Jeremiah Timothy scored for Tarish. In the second match, Element Agency's LA Stars crushed Trafalgar Football Club 6-2. Aldin Graham registered a hat-trick for LA Stars, with one each coming from Scott Hazel, Chester Prosper and Roderick Blaise. On Sunday, RC Doctors edged out Grand for Young Boys 3-2 at the Castle Bruce Playing Field. Kirby Pascal from the back of the nets twice for Doctors, with Kevin Lawrence scoring one. Dylan Prince and Neri Pascal scored for Grand for Young Boys. In a doubleheader at the Newtown Playing Field, Wing George Academy edged out Kubchis Babasha Buffet State 2-1 in the first match. Chris Jolly and Chio Bani scored for Wing George Academy, with Ronaldo Riley scoring for Buffet State. In the second match, Harlem United hammered Fonkole United 5-1. Marcus Morancy from the back of the nets twice for Harlem, with Montel James, Kasim Peltier and Fabio Roberts scoring one each. Eric Wade scored the lone goal for Fonkole. And at the Benjamin Park, Waukee Rollers defeated Itasi United 3-1. Michael Badwill, Dion Dinard and Janet Charles scored for Waukee, with Brian Libla scoring for Itasi. This is Gerald George, PRO Dominica Football Association.
In some more football, national goalkeeper Glenson Prince has been left out of a training squad selected by the Dominica Football Association to participate in the CFU Caribbean Cup in March. Dominica has been drawn in Group 7 with Martinique and the British Virgin Islands. The national team will play Martinique in an away match and will play the BVI at the Windsor Park between the 21st and the 29th. The top two teams will advance to the next round. Glenson Prince has played only a handful of games this season following an internal dispute with the Northern Concrete and Steel Bombers. Efforts by the DFA to seek a resolution in the matter have not been successful. Prince was one of the standout players during the Dominica's World Cup run last year. Dominica's goalkeeper will be selected from a pool of 5 players. They are Rallison Pascal from Exodus FC, Owen Oscar of Kensborough, Akim John Baptist of Point Michel, Dion Laurent of Signman Middleham United, and Kellison Thomas of the Bombers. And in an effort to raise funds for the 2016 Queen contestant, Murnell Christmas, the community of Campbell yesterday held a rounders match with the men versus the women. Men batted first and declared at 441 for 4. The big scorers for the men: Vivian Maxime with 133 not out, Alpha Carbon with 68, Clive Esprit with 56, Dwayne Esprit with 60 not out, Didier Debon with 52, Reginald Coppel making 52. The women could only score 186 all out, with the top scorer being Etlin Esprit with a blistering 55. The men dedicated this win to the 2016 Queen contestant Murnell Christmas. And according to a Facebook post of the organizer, Vivian Maxime, the fundraiser exceeded expectations. Senior Sports Officer and Acting Sports Coordinator Yudi John is urging other corporate citizens to come on board with the sponsorships towards the development of the students taking part in sporting activities. Yudi John made this call at the opening of the United Insurance Under-20 Cricket Championship.
So, as we show appreciation, I would like to sound the call to the other corporate citizens to come on board as best as we can. So when things of that nature would happen, that we know we have the guarantee because of the support of our corporate citizens, so that we can continue to afford the students the opportunities that are provided towards their development. Because it would be shameful to say, or hurtful to say rather, that because of a tropical storm a generation is lost. But let me tell you, the efforts at the sports division and in the ministry, and by extension the government of Dominica, will not afford a lost generation.
The United Insurance Company Limited annually sponsors the championship to the tune of $10,500. $10,000 go towards the general running of the competition, whilst the winning school receives a cash prize of $500. The Windward Island Volcanoes secured a tense 5-run victory over Leeward Island Hurricanes in their final round encounter in the Nagico Regional Super 50. Opting to bat first at St. Paul's Sports Complex, Volcanoes rattled up 243 for 6 in a game reduced to 49 overs because of rain. Sonil Ambre struck 74 of 84 balls, Andre Fletcher got 42, while Tyron Theophil with 35 and Barbadian Kyle Myers with 30 weighed in the healthy knocks. Medium pacer Darren Cruikshank was the best bowler with 2 for 47. In reply, Hurricanes were undone by Johnson, who finished with 3 for 36, while fellow seamer pacer Mervyn Matthew picked up 2 for 56 to end on 238 for 9. Orlando Peters played well for his 77 of 109 deliveries, while Nkrumah Bonner got 35 and Sherwin Peters 32. In another match, needing to win to secure a spot in the Nagico Super 50 semi-final round, Barbados Pride knocked off previously undefeated Trinidad and Tobago by 3 wickets at Queen's Park Oval. Barbados sent the host in and held them at 226 as captain Jason Holder took 4 for 45. And the selection panel of the West Indies Cricket Board has announced a 15-member squad for the tour of South Africa from February 12th to March 10th and the ICC Women's World 2020 tournament from March 15th to April 3rd in India. The full squad reads: Stephanie Taylor as the captain, Shakira Selman the vice captain, Marissa Aguilera, Shabine Campbell, Shamila Cornell, Brittany Cooper, Deandra Doughton, Afi Fletcher, Stacey Ann King, Kissia Knight, Kishona Knight, Haley Matthews, Anisha Mohammed, Shaquanta Quinton, and Tremaine Smart. More in cricket, Chris Gayle hit a 12-ball half-century to equal the record for the fastest 50 in 2020 cricket, but could not prevent Melbourne Renegades from going out of the Big Bash League. Gayle hit 7 sixes to equal the mark of India batsman Yuvraj Singh against England at the 2007 World 2020. He was out for 5 balls later for 56. Needing to surpass Adelaide Strikers 170 for 5 in 15.5 overs or less to reach the BBL semi-finals, the Renegades were bowled out for 143. Indian spinner Ajit Chandila has been banned for life and batsman Hiken Shah for 5 years after being found guilty of corruption charges. The Board of Control for Cricket in India announced the sanctions after a meeting of its disciplinary committee. Chandila faced sport fixing allegations while playing for Indian Premier League side Rajasthan Royals in May of 2013. Mumbai batsman Shah had been suspended by the BCCI in July of 2015. A statement from the BCCI said Ajit Chandila is banned for life from playing or representing cricket in any form or to be associated in any way with the activities of the board or its affiliates. Former international umpire Asad Raf has also been under investigation by the BCCI but did not attend the recent hearing and denies claims or wrongdoing. A final hearing for Raf has been scheduled for February 12th. And that concludes the Primetime Sport Report for today. I am Alan Christopher saying goodbye.
A pleasant good evening to all, and now that the weekend is over, it's time to get back into work mode. So to start off the week, let's see what the weather patterns look like for this evening and the days ahead. This evening is partly cloudy with a shower in spots. Temperatures are at 82 degrees high with a low of 75 degrees. Humidity is at 81% with a 48% chance of rain in the area. Sea conditions are moderate in open waters with waves up to 5 to 7 feet. Winds are moving east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 35 kilometers per hour. The sun rose at 6:36 a.m. and set at 5:56 p.m. Let's take a look at the weather synopsis. Occasional cloudiness and a few scattered showers are likely across parts of the island chain during the next 24 to 48 hours. Moderate sea conditions are expected during the next 24 to 48 hours with waves peaking near 7 feet. Let's take a look at the weather updates for tomorrow. On Tuesday, expect some sun with a stray shower. Temperatures will be in the highs of 81 degrees with a low of 75. Humidity will be 79% with a 40% chance of rain in the area. Meanwhile, sea conditions will remain moderate in open waters with waves also up to 5 to 7 feet. Winds will be moving east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 35 kilometers per hour. Sunrise will be at 6:36 a.m. and will set at 5:57 p.m. And a look at the forecast for the days ahead. On Wednesday will be partly sunny with a shower in the area. Temperatures will be in the highs of 82 degrees with a low of 76. Humidity is or will be at 73% with a 40% chance of rain in the area. Meanwhile, sea conditions will remain moderate in open waters with waves up to 5 to 7 feet. Winds will be moving east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 35 kilometers per hour. Sunrise will be at 6:36 a.m. and will set at 5:58 p.m. And on Thursday, expect the area to also be partly sunny with a shower. Temperatures will remain consistent in the highs of 82 degrees with a low of 76. Humidity will be 70% with a 40% chance of rain in the area. Meanwhile, sea conditions will remain moderate in open waters with waves also up to 5 to 7 feet. Winds will be moving east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 35 kilometers per hour. Sunrise will be at 6:36 a.m. and will set at 5:58 p.m. And thank you for watching tonight's weather update. Join us tomorrow morning at 6:30 for your up-to-date morning weather report. Thank you for watching.
And thanks for joining me this evening for CBN4's Primetime News Package. I'm Sheena Harry. Up next, Ali and Christopher with sports.